mother's hunger. Hannah sat at the kitchen table, her eyes fixed on her mother, who stood at the stove, stirring something thick and bubbling in a pot. The smell filled the room, rich, meaty, and strange. Lately, everything about her mom had been off. She was always hungry, always eating, and nothing ever seemed to satisfy her anymore. "Mom, where's Keith?" Hannah asked, glancing around the empty house. Her mother didn't answer right away. She kept stirring, her thin, trembling hands clutching the wooden spoon. "He's out," she finally said, her voice hollow. "You know your brother, always running off." Hannah frowned. Keith never just ran off. He was only 6 and never left without telling her. And knowing unease crept into her stomach. She watched her mother closely, her sunken cheeks, the dark circles under her eyes, the way her clothes hung off her frame. Hannah had noticed the weight loss, how her mom devoured food like an animal, how the fridge was always empty. "Are you hungry, sweetheart?" her mom asked, turning with a strange, stretched smile. "Dinner's almost ready." Hannah's pulse quickened. She peeked into the pot. Thick, red sauce bubbled violently, and chunks of meat swam in the crimson liquid. Her stomach turned. "What is it?" she whispered. Her mother's smile faltered for a moment, but then she ladled some onto a plate and placed it in front of Hannah. "Just eat, honey. It'll make you feel better." Hannah stared at the meat. Something about it was wrong. Too soft, too pink. Her chest tightened. "Mom, what did you cook?" Her mother froze, the smile gone now. Her breathing grew ragged, her eyes wide with something dark and desperate. "You don't understand, Hannah. I needed it." Hannah pushed back from the table, her chair screeching against the floor. "Where's Keith?" she demanded, her voice trembling. Her mother's lips twitched, and her eyes darted to the pot. Hannah's stomach dropped. "No," she whispered, backing away. Before she could run, her mom lunged, grabbing her wrist with a terrifying strength. "You don't get it," she hissed. "I needed something fresh." Hannah wrenched free and bolted, tears streaming down her face. She locked herself in Keith's room, pressing her ear against the door, listening to the scraping of the wooden spoon against the pot, the soft humming of her mother outside. "I have to eat, Hannah," her mother called sweetly through the door. "A mother needs to eat." Hannah covered her mouth to stifle a sob. Somewhere downstairs, the stove clicked off. Footsteps crept toward the door. "Come out, sweetheart." There's plenty left.